Alright, well, I think we're starting to reach the end of the review/arc fiasco. I want to give a special shout out to my new top tier Wizard Master patron, Scott Widener. Thank you so much. Hey everyone, welcome back to Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and today guys, I've got a book haul for you. But before we get to that book haul, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel, as it does help us grow, and hit that little bell notification there while you're about it. And while you're doing all that, make sure to check the description box down below for the links to the Wizard Duo Discord, as well as links to all my social media, including information about my new updated Patreon. And that said, guys, we've got a few different sections in this book haul. We have got a mountain of books. We have got a plethora of books. You could even say a gaggle of books? I don't know. Is a gaggle of books a thing? Let me know in the comments down below if you think a gaggle of books should be a thing. That said, we're going to start off with gifts because I've got technically two. This is the same series. It's by Aaron S. Jones. And that is, let's see, hold on. I'm going to get it right. It's on the spine, big letters. Broken Gods Book 2, Path of Chaos, and Broken Gods Book 3, End of Days. Gorgeous on the spine, gorgeous on the cover. These are by Aaron S. Jones, if I didn't already mention. These were kindly gifted to me by my good friend Kayla from Kay's Hidden Shelf. Kay, thank you so much. I really loved the recommendation that she gave me for Memories of Blood and Shadow by the same author, and so she decided to finish out my trilogy for me. So, much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you so much. And then let's do the Twitter giveaway next, because then we've got the two monstrous stacks, and hopefully I haven't forgotten anything, although there is a map down here. We'll check that map out in a second. So I'm just going to kind of show you this piece of art first. This art is gorgeous, and if you notice, it kind of looks like a clock. And that is because this is a clock punk series. And if you were paying attention to the channel, you would know my 2022 book of the year was The Cruel Gods by Trudy Skies. And yeah, I won a Twitter giveaway for books 1 and 2, signed from the author. And that is Cruel Gods, The 13th Hour, and Cruel Gods of the Children of Chaos. Now, I do have these on hardcover as well, but this series is so good in my opinion. I still need to read the second book, Children of Chaos, but it's one of those ones, kind of like In the Orbit of Sirens, that I don't mind having paperbacks and hardcovers of these books because they are just that good, and the more, the merrier. We're going to stick those right up there, out of the way. Books are going to go everywhere. Let's do arcs next, and then we can kind of talk about what I purchased or kind of treated myself to. So first up, we have got the 8th Chant series, Book 1, Seasons of Albadone. And this is by Elon Marsh and Christopher Warman. I believe this is a husband-wife duo. Feel free to drop into the comments down below and correct me if that is incorrect. This one has been on my radar for a long time, and the authors kindly reached out to me and offered me a review copy. It is a quick read. Book 2 is getting ready to come out. Physical arcs are already out there, so I need to get to this one soon, but I'm excited. Don't underestimate the emotional impact these stories will have on you. 4 seasons, 4 stories, an aspiring enchantress searching for a way to lift a terrible curse, a drunken father makes a dangerous wish, a foreman tilts the balance between nature and progress, and a mother travels with her dying child in search of a healer. 4 paths merge, 4 destinies intertwine. It's very good. Thank you so much. I can't wait to read this one. Where am I going to put these books? We're going to set it right there for right now. Next up, we've got... Oh, geez. I've seen this one making the rounds. And this is sold as an epic fantasy in 3 volumes. Kind of like I'm thinking Lord of the Rings. This is all kind of one story. And I've got it all out of order. Let's see if I can't get it in order for you. This is Nicholas Raven. And this, I believe this is Thomas Prestupnik. I think I've butchered your name, and I do apologize. But we've got volumes, again, out of order. There we go. I'll show you the spines, and then I'll show you the covers. We've got The Wizard's Web, gorgeous. We have got Wizard's Web Volume 2 and Wizard's Web Volume 3. So I guess it is all one massive book, massive amounts of paper. Yeah, there's just Nicholas Raven, a young gristmill accountant, just wanted a little adventure in his life, but he gets more than he bargained for when tumultuous winds of the past sweep him away on a journey he'll never forget. Gorgeous. Thank you so much for these review copies. I can't wait to get to that monster behemoth of a story. It is going to be a good time. Okay, next we have got my friend and patron Mike Moman sent me this kind of D&D module that he's been working on set in his world, which is, I believe, the Becoming a Druid world. We've got the Arden. We've got Solent Keep. Oh, hold on. I just showed you the Arden again. Solent Keep. We've got the Griffin's Treasure. And we've got Demon Isle. And he sent these to me because he knows that I play D&D pretty much on a weekly basis. And so he said if we ever hit a lull or we end our current campaign and we want to try something new, maybe give these a shot. So I'm excited for that. But on top of those, he also sent me his 3 books in hardcover. And 2 of them I've already read. Fantastic stories. We've got Becoming a Druid. Grommy has wanted to be a druid for as long as he can remember. Talented but headstrong, he runs afoul of a despotic, mind-controlling mage during his initiation quest. And then, of course, we've got its sequel, To Speak with Elders. I'm not going to read you the back of that one because it is the sequel, and I don't know if it's going to spoil it for you, but I had a good time with that one as well. And then I believe this is 1.5, or a side novel, Sins and Sorrows. This is the one I have yet to read, but I look very forward to getting to that one. Alright, we've got more. Oh, jeez, come here. Alright, so we've got first The Stray Spirit. Now, I saw the loot on this one, and I just mentioned D&D. I used to play a bard, so when I saw the loot, I was like, yes, please. And this is by R.K. Ashwick, The Lute Song, Book 1. Let me get the glare off of that for you. It's a gorgeous blue and like sunset red lute. Oh, struggling bard Emery Carrick has only one path home. Impress the Auric Guild. Join the ranks of the elite musicians therein and return to his family with honor in hand. Difficult to do on a good day, impossible to do with a possessed lute. Oh, that makes me so excited. So thank you so much for this review copy. I can't wait to get to this. Guys, this sounds musical. This sounds funny. This sounds magical. I'm assuming there's going to be a whole bunch of hijinks. And thank you so much for the card you included as well. And then up next, we've got all the way, I believe, from Australia. We've got the Tome of Haran. And this is The Keeper Chronicles by Damian Francis. Get in on this one. Nice little spine, very legible, very beautiful. The Tome of Haran, a powerful book made from magic with vast stores of knowledge that could shift the balance of a war brewing at the edge of Narin's borders, and one young man will become the keeper for all to survive. Now, I have taken a peek in this. This looks like a fairly standard size paperback, 539. But look at that type. This stuff is basically Malazan type in a very large size paperback. Thank you so much for personalizing and sending me this review copy. I can't wait to get to it. I know my buddy Nico is already reading this one, and he's having a pretty good time with it. So, yes, we have got the Tome of Haran. All right, up next, we have got kind of a, I believe, either a novelette or a short story. We got The Chewetta by Palmer Pickering. This is limited edition number 6 of 100. Thank you for sending this to me. Tate was named after the wind that gained strength over the vast desert plains and could not be tamed. It's very, very short, but I can't wait to get into that. And then, of course, she sent me stuff that fell out of the book. Heliotrope by Palmer Pickering. This is, I believe, a standalone, and I was watching a review or an interview that she did with Hobbit Hole Books, and she says this serves as a standalone, but she does have the kernels and the ideas and the plot for something to come afterwards to make it a duology, but for all intents and purposes for now, this is a standalone. But if you've been missing third-person omniscient, this is supposed to have that. It's got a great cover, and it says, Talio is a retired soldier descended from mages who were cast out of power generations ago. After years of war and sorrow, he wants nothing more than to live a quiet life on his farm and work his stonemason's craft. His wife and daughter have been murdered during a war raid several years earlier, and his young son stolen by the enemy's side. He spent years unsuccessfully searching for his son and returning home brokenhearted. At the local castle, he comes upon a war orphan stolen by his side from the enemy and rescues him from the abuse, adopting him as his foster son. Telio is working on a stone mosaic for the queen at the castle when he finds himself in the middle of a coup. This launches a journey to protect his new family, uncover the secrets of the ancient ways, and reclaim the magic of the mages. And that is Heliotrope. It's chunky, but man, does it look good. Alright, up next we have got The Severing Sun by Vaughn Roycroft. And I've heard that this is, like, if you've been missing Faithful and the Fallen, this is going to scratch that itch for you. But it is just, it's got a beautiful, it's personalized and a handwritten note. Thank you so much, Vaughn. Hey, look at the cover. I'm in love with this cover. Like, this might be one of my favorite covers in a long time. It's just got, the back is just gorgeous as well. But we got a lot of text here, so let's dive on in. Tales of the Bringer of Urien has been told for generations, but never had the prophecy felt so near to so many. Alon wasn't sure if she believed one man could cause the sort of upheaval that could change the world. And yet, just as the prophecy foretold, dark forces were on the rise, included the many Spalny warbands raiding across the borderlands. It was in pursuit of one such warband when Alon's host discovered the hidden compound of the Outcast. She'd heard how the former chieftain of the mighty Amalius clan had been unjustly accused of murdering his rival, how the conflict had begun over a woman, how the Outcast son, born of that same woman, perfectly matched the prophecy's foretelling of the Bringer. Prophecy aside, it seemed that fate had led Alon to the midst of a legend, because of a choice made in the heat of battle. Elon found herself bound to an outlaw, hunted by a friend and foe alike. Whether she believed in the prophecy or not, she found herself entangled with the lone figure who vowed to seek the sort of upheaval that might just change the world. Could Volden, son of the Outcast, truly be the bringer of Urien? That's The Severing Sun. And then the last one in my hand, it's right here. We've got The Quiet Thunder by J.P. Harker. Hey, I just love the sword. And I don't know if there's like elderberries, but like it's distorted and out of focus. I'm in love with this cover. And it's got a short blurb on the back. This is by J.P. Harker, if I haven't already mentioned. For generations, the Khatvan tribe have lived as an occupied nation, content to forget their warrior ancestry and live under the Empire's laws in exchange for their protection. But Karian, who wishes only for the quiet life of a farm steward, soon learns that her home is not as protected as she thought. The savage Syrian tribe have decided to liberate their neighbors from the Empire, regardless of what their neighbors think of the notion. For Karian, it seems the days of Khatvan warriors are not over yet. That's Quiet Thunder. This one looks like it is incredibly readable. Look at that, just very legible font. I think that this is one I will be able to fly through pretty quickly. All right, now, I know you've been looking at kind of some sprayed edges and wondering what's on my shelf. If you don't already know, book nerds have all the sprayed edges memorized and seared into our brains. But yes, so I have some friends who did some unhauls, and that would be specifically Evie, and she was like, hey, anybody want some of these books? And I was like, yeah, I want some of those books. 2 of those books, we'll get to the other 2 because I buried them like I always do, was Sue Lynn Taylor's Sue Lynn Tan. I don't know where Taylor came from. We've got Daughter of the Moon Goddess and Heart of the Sun Warrior. A, these books are beautiful. B, I believe they are Asian-inspired fantasy romances, which, I'm sorry, but, like, that just sounds good to me right now. I'm married a Chinese woman, and so that just appeals to me. And so, yes, we've got those right there. I could do for some Asian romances. All right, next up, I'm going to show you the 2 most beautiful books in this haul. I don't want to say the 2 most beautiful, but 2 very beautiful. Okay, I retract that statement already. This is probably, you kind of see it out of hand, is one of the most beautiful books that I own. And that is The City of Last Chances by Adrian Tchaikovsky. This is the Goldsboro edition. And the sprayed edges are really cool. And of course, this one is absolutely amazing. That's the edge, y'all. And on top of that, like, the naked hardcover, Goldsboro, you are killing it. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that edge. Look at that cover. I mean, oh, it's amazing. I've heard great things about this from Alan, so I am excited to dive into some more Adrian Tchaikovsky because I have been on hiatus from him for too long. I then also got The Immortality Thief by Taran Hunt. And this is also from Goldsboro with this kind of cosmic sprayed edge. Beautiful kind of end pages, bookmark, and of course, wonderful naked hardcover. My only issue with this book, and this is sci-fi, is that it is like, you know, kind of like how people complain about the Dresden paperbacks being like too tall and like too skinny. This is kind of the same deal. Like, I don't know if you're quite getting the vibe of this hardcover, and I hope this doesn't become a new thing. But like, it is tall and skinny, so it's kind of a smaller sort of hardcover, but very gorgeous. I'm going to show these to you again because I feel like bragging. Not really. All I did was sign up for their subscription, but I mean, they're very beautiful. All right, then for Christmas, this took quite a while to get to me. This is The War Eternal Book 3 from Cold Ashes Risen by Rob J. Hayes. This is the War Eternal hardcovers, and then I still need 2 more, but the naked hardcover is again very stunning. And I've read the first 2, so this is the next up for me to read. And then I will be needing to read it, pick up and read the final 2. All right, we've also got, I went to Barnes & Noble, which is something I very rarely do. But they were having a buy one, get one 50% off. So based on my friends Evie and Chaz, they recommend The Bear and the Nightingale. And this is by Catherine Arden. I'll get it right, trust me. I've heard this is a great kind of wintry sort of trilogy. And I've only got the first book, but if I love it, I'll pick up the other 2. I'll probably read those late 2023, early 2024, so about in a year's time. And then I picked up The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. And this was highly recommended to me by my good friend Jordan Buxton from the Indie Accords channel. And yeah, so very, very happy to have this because he said it was amazing. And if Jordan says it's good, I usually, 99% of the time, we meet like exactly in the middle. And if that 1% we're off by like 0.25 or a half star. So we have very incredible similar tastes. I forgot I was going to show you a map. Let's see what the map is. Oh yes, this is the Becoming a Druid Protectors of Prytain map. It's been sitting right there on the counter. And yes, so very gorgeous. This is from Mike Mullman's World. Thank you for that. And then, let's see. I picked up over a year ago. This is The Seven Swords by Anthony Ryan. And these are like just kind of short novellas that he keeps writing, putting out through Subterranean Press. Gorgeous kind of cloth bound. These are signed and numbered. This one is number 809 and of course signed. And yeah, so I have all 4 of these in physical copy. I haven't read them yet, but you know, it is what it is. That is Blackfire Keep. Yeah, okay. And nice little zombie vibes going on right there. All right. Up next, I hit a slump a while ago. And so I submitted a kind of question to my patrons, one for each tier, and basically compiled and had them vote on one recommendation from each tier. And what won was The Guns Above by Robin Bennis. Now, I came out of the slump before I reached for this one, but somebody in the Discord was getting rid of a copy, and I was like, hey, I have been recommended that by my patrons. I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. This was recommended to me by Kate Coy, and yeah, so I have it on the shelf. I've got a physical copy. It looks steampunky. It looks kind of like airships, and we'll see what it's all about. All right, I've got a couple left. So I picked up for myself J.D. Russell's, this is Rune War Saga Book 2. I haven't read Book 1, but yeah, I wanted to go ahead and get it because the cover is blue, black, white, and there's a dude frozen into his throne right there. That is so cool. So I went ahead and picked that one up. I believe Book 3 is getting ready to come out. And then I picked up Part 1 of Dead Stars. I still am waiting on Part 2 to get delivered. It's been delayed over a month and a half, Amazon. Get it together. But this is Emaneska book, I believe this is book 3 by Ben Galley. I believe we're starting this as a buddy read in the Whistler Duo Discord in March, but I'll have to confirm that, and I'll finally be able to get this one read. And then we've got 2 more books to talk about. And this is the other half of that order that I got from Evie. And she was getting rid of a copy of The Black Tongue Thief, which I've already read. But I didn't have a physical copy, so thank you for this, Evie. It's a very fun book, and I believe the sequel's getting ready to come out as well. And then I've heard about this one from Joanna, and I think Evie mentioned it. It's got French flaps, so you already know I'm in there. And that is Brahms, The Childhood Thief. This is supposed to be kind of like a darker Peter Pan retelling kind of thing, but I've heard about Brahms' artwork, I've heard about his writing, and I mean, for the cost of shipping, I figured I would go ahead and give it a shot, so we will just have to see, won't we? That said, guys, that is my enormous book haul. I'll probably have just as big of a haul in March, but that's because March is my birthday, and I tend to get a lot of books around my birthday. But let me know in the comments down below, do you think this is too much? Do you think I'm out of control? Would you please like to stage an intervention for me? That said, guys, that's really all I've got for you. So till next time, peace out. Stay magical. Bye. And as always, I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons.